Hare Krishna. Good afternoon. So, let me remove the back feed and for some reason I have my sound coming from my computer, so take it to the headphones. There we go. So, before my actual reading with my friends in Zoom, I wanted to share the questions asked by Maharaj Pariksit to Sukadeva Goswami in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Even though it might be a little bit late, but let's do it anyway. Wanted to share this today. So, questions. Srimad Bhagavatam, this is from Canto 2.4.5, Canto 2, Chapter 4, Verse 5. And Maharaj Pariksit said, "You know everything because you are without material contamination. Therefore, whatever you have spoken to me appears perfectly right. Your speeches are gradually destroying the darkness of my ignorance, for you are narrating the topics of the Lord. Please continue." So, giving my obeisances to Srila Prabhupada, Namaom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine, Namaste Saraswati Deven Gauravani Pracharine, Vishesha Shuntavari Paskyatyadesa. So, Sukadeva Goswami answered. So Sukadeva Goswami accepted the request and began his systematic reply, stating that the science of the personality of Godhead was first spoken by the Lord himself to Brahma, and that Srimad Bhagavatam is a supplementary Vedic literature, just in pursuance of the Vedas. This is answer very elaborated in Srimad Bhagavatam 2.4 to 2.4.5. Then, let's go to the main session of questions that were asked. First question. He says, the transcendental spirit is different from the material body. Does he acquire the body accidentally or by some cause? Could you kindly explain this for it? Will you kindly explain this? For it is known to you. The answer was that the soul does not acquire a body accidentally. He receives a body according to his karma for his past actions. Material desires. The living entity, under the influence of the three modes of material nature, takes birth in various species of life according to his own activities. This is not by chance, but by the law of cause and effect administered by the Supreme Lord's material energy. And the second question asked was, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whose abdomen the lotus stem sprouted, is possessed of a gigantic body according to his own caliber and measurement, then what is the specific difference between the body of the Lord and those of common living entities? The answer to number 2 is, the Lord's body is completely spiritual and transcendental, meaning Sachit Ananda Vigyan, whereas the bodies of common living entities are material and subject to birth, death, old age, and disease. The Lord's body is identical with himself. He is not different from his form. He descends by his internal potency, not by the force of karma. Common living entities are forced to accept material bodies due to their past actions. This is actually also this answer is expanded in the second canto, chapter 8, verses 9 to 10, and expanded throughout the Virat Purusha description. Question 3. Please also explain the personality of Godhead, who lies in every heart as the super soul and as the Lord of all energies, but is untouched by his external energy. Answer. The Supreme Lord as Paramatma, super soul, remember we talked about that, resides in the heart of every living being, accompanying the individual soul. He is the witness of all activities, the permitter, and the well-wishing friend. Although he is the Lord of all enemies materially and spiritually, he remains untouched by the qualities and contamination of matter. He is like the sun that illuminates everything while remaining unaffected by what illuminates. Question 4. It was formally explained that all the planets of the universe with their respective governors are situated in different parts of the gigantic body of the Virat Purusha. I also heard that the different planetary systems are supposed to be in the gigantic body of the Virat Purusha. But what is their actual position? Could you please explain that? Answer to this question. Sukadeva Goswami explained the universal form Virat Rupa in detail. The lower planetary system, Atala, Rasatala, etc., are in the Lord's feet. The earth, Purloka, in his thighs. The heavenly planets, Ubarloka and Swargaloka, in his waist, chest. And the higher spiritual planet above the material universe. Each planetary system corresponds to a specific part of the Lord's universal body. Question 5 says, yeah, we're good. Question 5 is said, please explain the duration of time between the creation and annihilation and that of other subsidiary creations, as well as the nature of time indicated by the sound of past, present, and future. Also, please explain the duration and measurement of life of the different living beings known as the demigods, the human beings, etc., in different planets of the universe. Answer 5. Sukadeva Goswami explains Vedic cosmology. He explained the 4 yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapara, Kali. Total of 4.32 million years and cycled repeatedly. One cycle of the 4 yugas is equal to 12,000 divine years, not human years, divine years. The reign of each Manu lasts 71 yuga cycles. One day of Brahma, Kalpa, consists of 1,000 yuga cycles, after which the universe is partially annihilated. Brahma's lifespan is hundreds of years. The demigods live for millions of earthly years, while human life is brief. Past, present, and future are relative to the observed position, time. Question 6. This also explains the cause of different durations of time, both short and long, as well as the beginning of time. Following the course of action. Answers this question is that the time is the energy of the Supreme Lord that causes transformation in material nature. Time has no absolute beginning. It is eternal as an energy of God. The smallest unit of time is the truthi, 1 divided by 16,875 of a second. There are large units accumulated. 2 truthis equal to 1 lava. 2 lavas is equal to 1 nimesha. 3 nimeshas equal to 1 shana. 5 shanas equal to 1 kasta. 15 kasta equal to 1 lagu. 15 lagos equal to 1 nadika. 2 nadikas equal to 1 muhurta. And 30 muhurtas is equal to 1 day. The measurement of years, months, seasons, and ages are all calculated from this basic unit. So you imagine Imagine that right here, it, in Srimad Bhagavatam explain the time period. So the smallest unit within the time period that we don't, most of us don't know, because all we are used to is 1 second, no? 1 second. So 1 truti is less than 1 second. I mean, 1 truti is equal to 1 over 16,875th of a second. Imagine how small that unit of time is. Anyway, this is just for learning purposes, and that's why it's good to read Srimad Bhagavatam. Let's go to one more question to finish today. Question 7. Kindly describe how the proportionate accumulation of the reactions resulting from the different modes of material nature act upon the desiring living being, promoting or degrading him among the different species of life, beginning from the demigods down to the most insignificant creatures. That's a good question. The answer to this question is that according to one's karma, what is karma? Karmas are actions performed under the mode of nature. The living entity, that means us, everybody, living. So the living being ascends to higher species or descends to lower species. Those in the mode of goodness ascend to the higher planetary system, heavenly abode, and take birth as demigods or virtuous humans. Those in the mode of passion remain in the earthly realm as ambitious humans. Those in the mode of ignorance degrade to animal, plant, or hellish species. The modes of nature, goodness, sattva-guna, passion, raya-guna, and ignorance, tama-guna, determine the quality and destination of rebirth. So, this is only 7 of the questions that I'm going to go over today, because there's so many others. For those of us that like to read the Srimad Bhagavatam, I invite everyone, please get a hold of a book or get a copy of the Srimad Bhagavatam for a PDF online, so we can read Srimad Bhagavatam. It's very interesting to learn. It's the cream of the whole Vedantic literatures. Actually, that's what it's called, Vedanta. The end of the Vedas. It's complete knowledge. It was encapsulated from Vyasadeva, so we can learn about the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna, and have a good afternoon.